specified in the three treaties, 1898 Treaty of Paris, 1900 Treaty of Washington, and the 1930 treaty with the British demarcating the boundary between British North Borneo and Southern Philippines. Now, there was a great debate in the 1971-72 Constitution whether the same definition should be carried, and they changed it. They removed the references to the three treaties. They just said any territory that belonged to the Philippines by historic title or legal title. But looking back, we should have retained it. Why? Because the three treaties define Philippine territory. It's very specific. What is Philippine territory? Under the 1898 Treaty of Paris says all islands falling within the Paris of treaty lines. Very clear. And then when the Americans came here and found out that there were many islands outside the treaty lines, in fact, the Spanish garrison in Cebu and Cagayan de Sulu refused to vacate because they said we are outside the treaty lines, because Americans made a mistake in making the coordinates of the treaty lines. So they had to make another treaty, the Treaty of Washington of 1900, where it says any and all islands belonging to the Philippine archipelago outside the treaty lines are also ceded to the U.S. So what is Philippine territory? All islands within the Paris treaty lines and all islands outside the treaty lines belonging to the Philippine archipelago. The question is, what are those islands outside the treaty lines and belonging to the Philippine archipelago? What? Do you know of any document, any treaty, any map which says these are the islands of the Philippine archipelago lying outside the treaty lines? Nobody? There is one map, the 1875 Carta General del Archipelago Filipino. It includes Pag-asa, it includes Ituaba, it includes almost the entire Spratlys as part of Philippine territory. And in the Islas Palmas case, between the U.S. and Netherlands over Islas Palmas in Mindanao, the U.S. submitted a memorandum and submitted the map. The U.S. said this is the map of Philippine territory during the Spanish regime and during the American regime. And it includes Islas Palmas. And if you look at the other side of the map, it includes Scarborough Shoal and the Spratlys. So, but that is lost. Nobody knows that anymore in the Philippines. When if you go to YouTube and there is and really saying, let's not talk about the Spratlys and Scarborough Shoal because that's outside the treaty lines. That's not part of Philippine territory. You have an article of Estelito Mendoza saying that for centuries since our existence, even during the Spanish times, we never considered Scarborough Shoal and the Spratlys as part of Philippines. And Father Bernas says in his book, Philippine territory are the territories within the treaty lines. We have forgotten. So it's easy to forget. But if those treaties are still there in the territory, in the 72 Constitution and in the 87 Constitution, probably we would have remembered. So that is the problem now, because even China is quoting Enrile, quoting Estelito and Bernas, that Philippine territory is limited to the islands within the treaty lines, and Scarborough Shoal and the Spratlys are outside, and therefore we cannot claim Scarborough Shoal and the Spratlys. This is part of it. But it has always been part of Philippine territory under the 74 Murillo Velarde map, the 1808 Carta General, the Archipelago Filipino, and finally the holy grail of our map, the TCT, Torres Title of the Philippines, is the 1875 Carta General, but we don't have a copy of that. We don't have an original of that. So I think it makes sense that we put it because of a unique circumstance. There's a very strong doctrine in international law. Iudi possidetis juris. As you possess under law, stay there. If you look at the map of Africa and South America, their boundary boundary lines are very straight, arbitrarily drawn. The same tribe may be on both sides of the boundary. And there will be perpetual wars because one state will always try to claim the tribes on the other side of the boundary. So International developed this principle, uti possideris juris, as you possess under the law, stay there. The boundary established by the colonial powers for their colonies as they emerge as independent states shall be respected by the world, by all states. They are sacrosanct to preserve peace and stability. So this applies to Africa, South America, and Asia. And what are the boundaries of the Philippines established by the colonial powers? 1898 treaty between Spain and the U.S. 1900 Treaty of Washington between Spain and the U.S. And the 1930 boundary with the British established by the U.S. and U.K. The world is bound by this. And this is the strongest argument we have against China. So it's very important to put it, as far as I know, we should put it there.